been using the sawmill out in a little part of the woods that I don't care if it gets sawdust all over the place, but I'm about to take this bad boy into the yard and back for my business, Rico Brooklyn, and can't get sawdust all over the place. So with the Lucas, we use tarps and stuff, and that's just a pain in the butt. This thing produces so much less sawdust, and it all comes out of a very specific point. So it's kind of controlled. It all comes out, let me show you, right here. So we got the blade turning this way, it cuts over here, blows the sawdust straight into here, and then you can see there's this little curve. It goes down this chute right here, and then it curves down and it blows straight down to the ground. And that's why, you know, you've seen in my videos, you see this big pile of sawdust right here with a peak right up here. It's because this shoots down straight right there. So since it's not that much sawdust, I thought, well, hey, why not just put a bucket under there and hang that guy right here like this, and that would just catch almost all the sawdust. Freaking genius, right? I invented that. I know. A million people have already done it before. Give me this for now. So I am just going to basically do this. I'm going to drill a hole here and a hole over here, and just cut the handle right here, the metal, and just kind of bend them and stick it in, and that should be it. So let's do it. So I moved the sawmill. Now I'm on gravel. I do not want to get sawdust on the gravel. When we're milling with the Lucas mill, the slabber, there's no way to catch the sawdust, so we put down tarps to catch it. I'm going to do the same thing over here most likely, but I can catch most of the sawdust because the sawdust is all directed right here. Comes down out of this housing right straight down like that. So my thought here is, well, if I could just get a bucket to hang right here, I can catch most of the sawdust. So to do that, I need to have something for the bucket to hang on in here. Now see, this is a curved piece of steel, not curved, sorry. This is on an angle. So my idea is to tap a couple holes and thread in a couple of these guys. Now obviously if you have, this handle's messed up, but let's take a look at this. If I was to hang the bucket from one of these, you'd end up having this thing sliding all over the place as weight is distributed. But my thought is, I'm going to put two of these guys in, and honestly, this is not even a good bucket to show it. Let me grab a better bucket. Here's a better bucket. So if I were to grab it right here and here, let's say, now if this thing moves around, it's not going to slide over. You got 2 points of contact, 2 holding points that can keep it balanced, I guess. So that's the plan. Let me see what I can do here. Pop this guy off. Okay. This upside down. Alright. Clean that up there. I already started a hole a minute ago. So basically, I'm going to have one of these guys like right here, and the other one right here. And that's what's going to hold my bucket. So this is totally enclosed too. You can't really see, but right here, it's accessing in here. It's currently not accessible. So I might have to trim these guys down a little bit so I want the hook to be basically like right there. Sorry, like right here. So I might have to trim these down so I can thread it all the way in. We'll see. Okay. Time to tap. Now I haven't done this before exactly. I've only, believe it or not, I've only tapped anything once before. Oh. So this is a cheap Harbor Freight tap and die set, but it's metric, and the only size like reasonable hook that I could get was all imperial. It wasn't metric, and this is a 3/8 16 turn. So we got 3/8 16 tap right there, and pop this guy out. Okay, I'm gonna use the handle from this other tap and die set like this guy right there. So this guy just goes out like so. I can put this guy in like so. Get down on it. Okay, so now the idea here, oh, this isn't even gonna work. Should have thought about this before. Huh. Look at this. Always a problem. There's always something that happens. Okay, I'm gonna do my best here. Push this guy down. I can barely turn this thing. Great. Okay, so this might not work. I may have to use some pliers because I'm too far in and I can't turn this thing. So I'm gonna go grab some locking pliers and see if I can grab it from this end and turn it from the end. All right, let's see how that goes. Ready? I have another idea. Now, this might be totally stupid. If this totally doesn't work, I will just make another hole. But I'm thinking maybe I could just use the drill on the slow setting. I mean, why not? If I go real slow like that, why wouldn't this work? Let's give it a try. This is how I learn. Just freaking jump right in. Just try it. Let's see. Applying moderate pressure. Okay, I'll back out a little bit. Head back in. Back out. Let me out. Okay, let's see if that goes. Are you kidding? I totally effed this up. I can't even think about that. I can't even turn that. How far do I have to be? Damn it. That puts two of these guys right in the freaking middle. It's not where I want to be. I think what I'm going to have to do is do this up here. Damn it. Alright. I'm going to have to cut these down, and I'm going to have to do it up here. Huh. Because I don't want them to be too close. I mean, if I put these both in the center here, these both would have to be all the way out like here. Actually, maybe that's not so bad. Alright. I guess that's not so bad. We'll see how that works. I'm going to give that a try. Okay. Switch to slow setting. And here we go. Okay. Now we're going to see if this worked. Okay. Keep your fingers crossed. Oh, heck yeah. That's threaded like a mofo. Just use a freaking drill. Alright. Let's see how far this can go in. I'm hoping pretty far. Then I want to hit the inside. Hopefully, geez. How far is this going to freaking go in there? Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Alright, I just hit the back. I'm hitting, the back side of the steel there. And it's finally tightened up a little bit, but there's almost no clearance. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to even get... I'm probably not even going to be able to get a bucket in there, so it's just going to have to come out. It's just going to have to be loose, but that's fine. All right, let's test this out. Test it out with this guy right here. Bend that back into shape. Let's see if I can see if this guy will actually get in there. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Sweet. It's a little pain in the butt to get it in and out, but that'll work. All right, let's tap the other guy. Again, applying a good amount of pressure. I'm going nice and slow, making sure to stay steady. And I'm out. Let's see if that one threaded okay. You know what I could do also? Come on, get in there. And there it is. You know what I could do also? I can get the same size J-hook, but I can get a longer thread. So it like, maybe it's out like here-ish, around here. That's too far. I'll go a little further. And get a longer thread so that maybe it's like out here when it hits the back. So it tightens up nice. I'm going to take it in as far as the other one is. All right, I'm actually going to throw this thing back up. Okay, it's nice. You got the blade. I don't know if you guys can see this. You got the blade there, and you got the hooks right there. What happens if they go like that? That actually works. Nice. Okay. Let's see if I can hook this thing. Oh, that's easy. Oh, that's great. And there is a little bit of play because they're a little bit more together than I wanted them to be, but it's not going to go anywhere. Boom. It would be nice if these were nice and tight up against the back here, but this works. Even if they both go together, it still works. Nice. Look at that. And then it just goes with, just rides along with. It's going to collect most of that sawdust. Beautiful. Oh yeah, and I absolutely intend to throw some silicone in these holes so no sawdust ends up filling up in here. Don't want moisture inside of this. Now I'm just filling these holes that I made that I'm not using with silicone just to make sure that no sawdust makes its way inside of this cavity here, because there's nowhere for it to exit if it gets in. Okay, so I still had a good amount of dust get around the bucket. So what I'd like to do is really have the bucket like up here instead of hanging all the way down here. And that'll capture more of it. So I have to modify the handle here to make that happen. But I will, and then we'll see how that works. Okay. Needs to do this. You need to bend this way. Okay. That might do it. That's better. Oh, yeah. Let's see how that works. Okay, so I got this is 9 cuts actually. 9 cuts to a bucket. And that was on 12-inch diameter by 13-foot long logs. So, not too bad, I guess. Just come and dump that right there, the big sawdust pile. And you can see there's not a whole lot of dust. A lot of this dust came from the last cut. I was kind of getting towards the top of the bucket, so it was kind of shooting off the side. So, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I could probably easily mill all day like this, and then just be able to drag these tarps over to the sawdust pile. I am chipping a whole bunch of this semi-rotted